Okay, hello, welcome to a Quck-E for August 21st, 2013. What we're going to do is going to talk about a new handheld option that we've added to IGManager. That some of the handheld terminals out there to get the negative entry for doing like receiving in credits, the negative or the minus sign requires shift or a couple different keystrokes to actually get on there. Especially the Falcons require like the yellow key and something else, which has made receiving in a receiver with a bunch of credits somewhat difficult. So what we've done is we've added a new option in FM to allow us to try to handle that situation. And the prompt, the setup, it's under FM setup. It's called ask if following entries are negative in DSD. Now what that's actually going to do is I got my two terminals up here. I got the .NET app, was for the Falcons and that type of thing, and I got the WinTerm here. I'm just going to work with WinTerm right now. I'm going to go ahead and go into DSD. I'm going to pretend to receive in an invoice of something. I don't really care about these values. Alright, so I go ahead and try to receive my first item. And I want to receive -5. Well, even on WinTerm, we don't have a negative button. I got to go to Sim. I got to click on this and then go 5. Enter. So now with that option on, the first time I hit a negative entry for receiving, it's going to ask me treat all the following entries as negative credits. If I say yes, and I go to receive the next item, you're going to notice that now this says credit count. I'm going to go ahead and receive in 10 and hit enter. You'll see now that my total is -15, and just to show you how that worked, here's that 2 and there's the -10. Now we were smart enough that once you're in this mode, if you do another negative value, like let's receive -1 of this, it says, hey, do you want to treat the following entries as normal positive counts? This will turn off the option. So we say yes. And now if we look at it, that last one was a receiving of 1. And if I go ahead and receive in item number 4 and receive in 20 of this guy, you'll see that it's receiving in a +20. Now, one of the things about this is if you get the question about the negative, let's go ahead and try to receive in -20 of this. If I say no, I will not be asked again if I want to switch to that negative mode. Notice how it's just passing it now. It will stay that way until I end the receiver. Also, if I'm in the negative mode and I end the receiver, it will reset. So every time I open up an invoice, even one that I've had open before, even if it has received it, it's going to just reset, and the first negative I put in from that point will start the questioning process over again. Just to show you on the net term, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. I go DSD, receiving mode. I don't know why it's not showing invoice on my screen, but so I'm going to go ahead and receive in item number 1. I'm going to receive in -10 of that. It says, do I want to receive in just everything else is negative? I say sure. So I'm going to receive 2. I'm going to receive in another 10. So my total is now -20. I receive in the third item. I receive in -5 of that in credit, which means I'm actually receiving positives. And I'm going to say yes. So that's 5. And if I go ahead and receive in 10 more of this, it goes down. So you can see how that works on both the term and the Windows term here. The Android terminal behaves the same, and so does the Worthington. So everybody runs the same way if that option is turned on. Once again, that option is in FM setup, program setup, DSD options, ask if following entries are negative in DSD. Now the first option, which is older, that says ask if entry is credit in DSD. This here is a question that's if you type in a negative quantity, it stops you. I'm sure this was a negative entry. This is from actually almost 6 years ago. People were accidentally putting in negative, and they didn't want sort of verification that yes, you are doing negative. So that's not the one you want. You want this one down here. Ask if following entries are negative in DSD. So thank you very much and have a wonderful day.